Well, welcome to the first part of the series of Reviving the Avenger. So this car has not been out since, I think 2010 is the last time we took it out. It needs to be gone through. We already found something wrong with the transmission that I'll show you. We know the transmission's hurt. The engine just needs to be taken apart and looked at to make sure it's good. The car's good. It needs to get a new cert on it, but the car's good to go. I think it needs seat belts, it needs a window net, stuff like that, whatever. But really what it needs is an engine and transmission. It's just a tube frame car. It's not gonna get too screwed up. But as you guys know, well, hopefully, as you're gonna learn with this channel, only thing I hate more than myself is cars on jack stands. And looking at this thing is making me angry. Well, and probably spiders. I don't like spiders a lot. They kind of freak me out. They got too many legs. Why do you need that many legs? It's time to get this thing off jack stands. It's time to get it back on the track. I'm sick of looking at it. It's sitting here on the Pro Jacks. We're going to the track with this thing. It might not be until early next summer because we got a lot of work to do to it. But let's start today. I'm not going to sit here and look at it anymore. Let's start getting this thing back together now. So let me show you the first thing we saw. So here is the Liberty 5-speed out of the car. You can see it's got the Liberty single lever shifter and everything like that. We already found something with this transmission. We thought it got hurt the last time it went out in 2010. Let me show you. So this is the output shaft, okay? This should spin if it's in gear. Watch this. Okay, I'm gonna turn the tail housing. First gear. There's one. Two, you can see it kinda. Two's a little weird. Here's three. Three's good. Three's fine. Four. You can see four is basically just another neutral, and then high gear, highs there, and then reverse. Hang on, reverse is tricky in these things. It's hard to get these things to go in reverse. There it is, and there's reverse. So we have a second neutral in fourth gear. So that's step one, I guess. First thing my dad saw when we took the case off was a slider sitting on top of the gear. Yep. Okay. So obviously you blew a slider, which is what you thought. It's kind of funny how daintily it was just resting there like that. We took it apart. So that's what blew up right there, right?
I don't know. I don't see nothing yet. There's a part. So let's look for the sizes. This is high gear, and that slider's turning. Nothing wrong with that one. There you go.
Oh, look at that. It chunked the slider out. Yep, that'll make your second and fourth like a little funny, won't it?
Yeah, second gear. Got a little edge on the top there. Is this used already? Gotta see this edge here. Oh yeah, look at the abuse here on this edge as it comes up right there. I can't see it so well, but right there, see that?
That's probably where it slipped off when you pulled gear, you're thinking?
I screwed the pooch on that one pretty bad.
Yeah, you blew that right here. I'm thinking here.
Yeah.
That edge and that edge, that's where it blew up when you pulled second.
But notice the back edge is perfectly fine, so that actually could go down here. On another gear, and actually go over here and engage on a good side, because you can flip these sliders back and forth.
So we could swap this slider with this slider here.
The slider looks, got a little debris on that side of that slider too. It looks a little banged up. Yeah, see, so I probably flipped this one over. You see the bad edge there, but see the nice square edge there?
Yep.
I probably flipped this one over already. So this probably should just get it totally go through, because you look at that gear right there. That don't look so
it's chewed. Yeah, it's chewed on that tab on the gear.
So
yeah. Well, you find your ratios out. You wrote them down. That's good.
271, 171, 123, and then fifth gear 1-to-1. Those are the ratios of it.
Yep.
Watch this.
Okay. Well, there you go. Just make sure you keep squeezing so you don't drop it on the ground. Easy peasy. That's how you work on a Liberty. I guess you just take it all out.
That's it.
Okay.
Yep. And this looks like it probably should get a little attention also.
Ooh, that's pretty chewed up as well. Yep. Jeez, this whole thing's pretty beat up.
Yeah. Who's driving this thing?
Some dumbass.
Yeah. An old man.
Yeah, as you can see, let me get a good shot of this. Chunk blown out there and chunk blown out there. Yeah, the whole thing's just kind of hurt everywhere, isn't it?
It's and used.
Slider hurt there. Yeah. It needs help. So here's a deeper look at our findings. You can see that, so this is fourth gear. You can see it's blown up. I mean, blown up bad. Here's second gear. Not blown up, maybe savable, but it's getting sent out. It's bad. And then high gear, it's just, we don't like it. It probably usable. That's also getting sent out. So you can see those second gears, what we thought blew up on the last pass, and you can see here, there's no way in hell that is going to engage. Because the way these engage is if you look at a slider, they have these blocks, okay? And they have to click in. When you set them on top of each other, when this is spinning, this will spin and hit here. Well, if this is coming in like this at a high rate of speed, it's just going to miss this corner and glaze off the top like that. This won't engage. So pretty much poop. Not good enough to feel good about it, and we might as well if we're sending them out. So here we are underneath the back of the car. You can see it's 4-link with a wishbone. I mean, really up-to-date stuff. Jerry Bickle, fabbed housing, Coney electric shocks. We're going to take these shocks out, get them checked. We actually took the entire rear end apart. Took the center chunk out there, took the brakes off. It's got carbon brakes, real race car stuff. Checked it all out. We kind of realized we should be a bit more thorough. We're actually to take these calipers off entirely, do a complete rebuild. We checked the third member out. It's good. Nothing hurt. Everything's fine. Checked out all our bolts, everything underneath here. Brake lines, everything's good, and got it reassembled. But we're going to rebuild all the brake components, we think, front and back. But I didn't record any of that because it's not that interesting. But we've been down here for a couple of days with this completely tore apart, checking everything out, and everything looks actually pretty good. Just gonna put these shocks, you can see, kind of dry rotted on the cups there. So these shocks are coming out. Might get brand new ones. The brakes, old, a little sticky. They're coming out. Might get brand new calipers. Don't know. We're going to dive into that. But we do have the motor out. I can show you that. So here it is. The 500 cubic inch Hemi. Hemi. Not Ford block Hemi head. Hemi. And as you can see here, I wiped the dust, the dirt off there. It's got a thick layer of dirt, but we're going to start taking this thing apart within the next couple of days. So probably look out for a time lapse. I'm going to throw in of polishing the motor. I'll see if I can get my brother-in-law to polish it, but you can see this. I mean, look at that. It's just dirty. It's just dirty. Look at her shined up. We're going to take this thing apart completely just for safety's sake. But this is, I mean, it's big. This for comparison, that is a small block there. Here's the big block. It is much larger. So we got all the gears back from Liberty. Let me just show you what they did. See this machining right here in this area? This little bit of machining they did. But as you notice, there's no longer chunks out of these corners. So these should be able to engage here nicely. But you can see they machined it up, got it all fixed up. These are the new sliders. They did the high gear as well. These are the new sliders. Look at this. Very different looking than what we had. Might be some weight reduction going on. I don't know. I like these sliders a lot. I actually might still consider replacing every slider later. But for right now, we'll just use what we got. So we got new sliders. Gears are resurfaced. So we just got to throw it all back together. The transmission's ready to go. Then it's time for the motor. Okay, we got the main shaft back in to the transmission. You can see we got, new fifth and fourth, second and third. New are in there. All new sliders all the way up and down. Everything is new but the first gear because it was in good shape, and the reverse. They were both in good condition. So we left those. Usually don't blow up first. In these, it's usually like fourth. Somehow we blew up second. I don't even know. But time to put the case back on, shifter back on, and see if it shifts. See if we have every gear. That's first. We got first. It's 2. Got 2. 3. Got 3. Cool. Careful. She's got 4th. 5th. Okay, now let's see if you can reverse. You might want that. There it is. And it goes the other direction. There you go. transmission works. Well, it's now months later since I filmed that footage, and the engine is back into a bag. We had a lot of stuff come up that got in the way, so we are going to continue working on this soon, probably the next few days. So if you haven't yet, make sure you like, comment, subscribe to see the next video where we put the Avenger back together. The next video is probably going to be on the engine. So if you want to see what it takes to build a almost 1,200 horsepower, naturally aspirated 500 cubic inch Hemi, subscribe now. See ya.